すみません。あそこ。それはロシア？ロシア？今ロシア。いつから日本？なるといいですね。Very sensitive topic for the Japanese. So that almost brought out some emotion. Konnichiwa. Welcome back to Japan. This time, we're on Hokkaido, the winter wonderland. And it's cold. I've come back to Japan, one of my favorite countries, to finish a trip that I began half a year ago in the summertime in Europe. I wanted to go from the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the Pacific without flying. And along the way, we had a few hiccups. I kind of got put in prison for 3 weeks in Russia. That kind of messed the trip up a little bit. But, you know, you take what life gives you. Instead of finishing the trip in Russia, we're gonna finish it in Japan. We're gonna go to Japan's most eastern point. But right now, we're on its most northern. We're facing Sakhalin Island in Russia. We're in Wakkanai. Here is the exciting Wakkanai Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And you can see they've even written a translation in Russian at the bottom. There used to be a ferry service running between here and Sakhalin Island. An island that used to be Japanese, but the Russians took it. I guess this is the post office over here. Konnichiwa. 質問があります。ロシアの店がありますか？
ロシアの店は今ないと思います。
今ない。OK、わかりました。
はい。
No. Can't say I'm surprised. Ugh. I hate snow. I'm sure if you're from like some tropical country, you think snow is cute and wonderful, but I grew up on Long Island in New York. Had to shovel it my entire childhood. There it is, the most northern point in Japan. Okay, arigato. So this right here is the actual most northern point of Japan. Anything beyond here is, well, water. And then after that, it's Russia. Because we're only 23 kilometers from Sakhalin Island in Russia, on a clear day, you can actually see it over there in the distance. But today is not a clear day. The weather's pretty awful. Oh, okay. My taxi driver came running out of the taxi to ask if I wanted his help to take a picture. I love Japan. It's really windy here. Oh my god. Hi. Hi. 風がとっても強いね。Music. Okay. He's trying to show me something. Oh yeah, music. 音楽。Okay. Ah, okay. So, この音楽。Okay. Just having an amazing time here. My man, freezing to death. Russia. Russia は倉庫ですね。はい。
今ここ。
ああ。
ロシア。
はい。サハリン。
サハリン。
はい。
ちょっと。
私はロシアにいました。
ロシアにいたの？お、今は？
危ない国。危ない国です。あそこは何？お
土産。
お土産。I don't know what he's saying, to be honest, but okay. So, okay, so 歩いて？Okay, okay. I think he's just very excited to have somebody to drive around. There's not a lot of tourists coming up here. This wind is crazy though. I don't even know if you can hear what I'm saying right now. Oh. Okay, 来ます. Okay. Oh. Onsen? Oh. Oh. Ah, okay. There's
Saharin.
Ah, Sakhalin. Kyo No. Oh, I get it now. Okay, wakarimashita. Wakarimashita. He brought me here because if you want to see Russia, you can only see it in this picture today. It's too cloudy out. The weather's too shit. 今は北海道でロシア人がいます。少し。Okay. 前はもっとある。もっといる。
シープがブワーッと。船がたくさん来てた。今これ。
So there used to be ships coming basically every day bringing Russian tourists, but you know, ever since the Ukraine war, things got shut down.
写真撮って。
Okay. I think I found the most adorable taxi driver in Japan. Okay. It's going up. Hi. Okay. Hi. Konnichiwa. Oh no. I'm trapped inside. I'm going to freeze. Hope it didn't actually lock me in. No, I'm stuck in the freezer. Kuma. Yeah. Hokkaido no kuma wa abonai. あなたも写真の欲しいですか? Okay. 私だけ. Okay. Hi. We're just having the best time here. I'm stamping my guidebook. Kawaii desu ne. Hi. Oh yes, got the temperature right there. There you are. It's currently negative 4.6 degrees. すべての常用があります. Oh, really? What time we got? Okay. Tei wa tsumitai. Okay, he's saying I gotta ring the bell before we leave. Ooh, they even left one of those one-cup sakes. That's what they drink in the hood in Japan. All right, I think we're good. Got all the luck we need to cross Japan, to cross Hokkaido. Got some deer just hanging out up there, not being bothered by any humans because they're all running away from Hokkaido. It's really cool how, as we're driving back towards Wakanai, the whole way we're passing by the sea. You have a really cool view the whole way. This is where the Sea of Japan meets the Sea of Okhotsk, which is controlled basically entirely by Russia. A narrow strait divides the two. This is not the Pacific Ocean. We haven't gotten there yet. Got to do some traveling across Hokkaido to fulfill my mission. Arigato. Arigato.
冷たい。
冷たい。まだ冷たい。Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Back in Wakanai. The only point of civilization up here on the northern tip of Japan. It's really cold. Let's go into my hotel. I want to show you my room. It's really cool and very Japanese. Check out my traditional Japanese hotel room. Look at this. Is that not cool? Is that not kakui? Got the little traditional Japanese table that is objectively not comfortable to sit at. Oh. Got the Japanese bed on my tatami mat. Got the folding doors that open out onto the desolate wasteland outside. Got more blankets over here so that you don't freeze to death. I've been told that young Japanese people don't really like staying in rooms like this because, you know, they consider it old-fashioned. It's not cool, but I think it's cool. It's like feudal Japan mixed with the 1970s. Like, look at this old 70s looking whatever this is. It's got the time. It's got an alarm. Ooh, I can set an alarm for tomorrow. Good. Because all the trains on Hokkaido leave really early. We're talking like 7 a.m. And yes, that's right. I am wearing Tim's and Timberland branded socks. What can I say? I had to shank somebody in Russian prison to get these. Let's go get some food. Finally found some other tourists. They're all Chinese. Hi. 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 Hello. 不好意思，不好意思。哦，你也在拍视频。All right. Chinese people love coming to Hokkaido. This is like their favorite place in Japan to come to. Okay, so for dinner, I found an interesting restaurant on Google Maps. It's a sushi restaurant with an interesting catch. Apparently, it's a racist sushi restaurant. It has a sign on the door that says if you can't speak Japanese, you can't come in. I've heard of these places. I think we've all heard of these places, like Japan, discriminating against foreigners. I've never actually come across one in the wild. I want to go. I want to see if my Japanese is good enough to be let in and have some racist sushi. Just hope we can walk there pretty fast because it's snowing and this weather is garbage. It really snows a lot in Hokkaido. They weren't exaggerating. Damn it. The racist sushi shop is closed. Maybe that's what happens when you're too racist. Alright, let's just go to a normal sushi shop then. Looks good enough to me. Konnichiwa.
日本語大丈夫？
日本語大丈夫。はいはい。これを一つください。
はい。
刺身。
ホッケ丼。
ホッケ丼。ホッケ丼も一つ。
はい。お作りの盛り合わせとホッケ丼です。
Alright. I don't know if this is also a racist sushi restaurant, but passing the Japanese test so far.
Hashi 大丈夫？
お箸大丈夫です。
はい。
ありがとう。Glad to see some things don't change between Japan and China. They always want to know if you can use chopsticks.
2450円になります。
現金だけです。
はい。はい。はい。はい、5000円お願いします。
今はわからないに観光客がありませんか？
そうですね。
私だけ。特別。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとう。All right. They weren't racist. They were just a nice, old Japanese couple. Still making food. At 75 years old. Or 85. Whatever age they were. Nice people. And I was possibly their only customer for the entire night. So I hope I ordered enough to help support them. I know there's like some kind of specific way you're supposed to make this bed. I was taught how to do this one time. I've stayed in a futon bed once in my life. And I completely forgot how to do it. We'll just roll with it. Throw this guy over there too. I didn't know they had TVs in feudal Japan. Ooh, is that a VCR? All right, so on our first day traveling through Hokkaido, we went to the most northern point of Japan, and it was mildly interesting. But that's not really what we're here for. We're here for the Pacific Ocean, and to do that, we're gonna have to go and check out another one of Japan's extremities. We're gonna have to go to the most eastern end of Japan, and that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll start the journey by car, by train, whatever it takes. We'll get there. Oyasumi. Second thought, this room's kind of creepy. I'm a little bit afraid. I think that girl from The Ring is gonna pop out of that TV right there. Okay, hopefully I'll see it tomorrow. Oh, finally some better weather. Oh, wait, nah. We just went through a wormhole again. Damn it. Where are we? We're in New Zealand. New Zealand. Where are the hobbits at? But first, a quick interruption. Tariffs. Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Now, all the news outlets are constantly focusing on Trump and all the drama surrounding him. No one is talking about how the tariffs are driving up food prices for ordinary people in Japan. Think of the elderly. That's like half their population. The problem is, people tend to stick with just one or two news sources they're familiar with and miss out on different perspectives like this one. Now, staying informed is very important to me. It always has been. It's one of the reasons I created this channel. And thankfully, I managed to find a small team on the same mission, Ground News. I've partnered with them for years now because their app and website gather the world's news in one place, whether left or right, so you can understand complicated issues from every perspective. You can check them out by scanning this QR code at ground.news/sab. The link is below. You know, what's happening in America now could end up reshaping the entire international order. Yet the stories we get about Trump or the Democrats always feel very one-sided. So one of my favorite features is the Ground News International Blind Spot feed that surfaces important news that the left or right aren't talking about. Seeing the bigger picture is the only way we can truly understand what's going on in the world and make informed decisions on the issues that matter. I think Ground News is the best tool to help you with that. For a limited time, you can get the same plan that I use every day for only half the price. So just go to ground.news/sab or scan this QR code to save 50% on their unlimited access Vantage plan. Or gift it away to someone who's a little too partisan and have more informed conversations on the issues dividing society. It's very important. Is that my taxi driver from yesterday? Hey. yeah, Sapporo. Ashikawaに行きます。Okay, sayonara. Bye bye. Love that guy. So nice. So this is the central train station of the exciting city of Wakana. And we're trying to get to the eastern side of the island of Hokkaido. Hokkaido is surprisingly really well connected by train. You can go almost anywhere. I think I'm gonna have to go to this place called Asahikawa.
署名欄にサインをお願いします。こちら1時1分、こちら旭川までになります。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
We got our ticket, which will take us to the middle of Hokkaido, where we'll have to transfer. So I got a reserved seat, which means I can't sit anywhere. This is not a Shinkansen train. It's not a high-speed train. It's they call it a limited express. There's not enough people moving around Hokkaido to justify a high-speed rail line. And I'm pretty sure this, even by itself, still loses money. But thank you, Japanese government, or JR Railways, for doing it. Because I can't rent a car.
Reservation tickets and sit in the assigned seats.
So that would be my seat right here. Isn't that nice? They're making the announcement in Chinese. No need for war. It's kind of wild that this train actually stops at like these little towns that have like a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 people, and the people actually get off the train and get on it. All right, we just arrived in a city called Asahikawa, right in the middle of Hokkaido. I thought this was like a small town or something. This place has 300,000 people. That's the size of Pittsburgh. So that's a train going to Sapporo, the big city of Hokkaido. And if you've heard of a city in Hokkaido, that's probably the one you know. But that's not where we're going. We're going deeper. We're going where no Gaikokujin has gone before. Well, probably at least a few have gone there, but I don't know if they did it on YouTube. All right, so apparently Asahikawa is known for having really good ramen and beer, which you would need to consume to live in a place that snows every day. Ugh, I hate it. I'm just kidding. I just spent 3 weeks in Russian prison. I'm happy to be anywhere at the moment. All right, why don't we go get some ramen, since that's famous here. Are these taxis? I think those are just regular people. Where are the taxis? I feel like Japan low-key created reaction channels before they ever existed on YouTube. They had these TV shows with just the talking heads in the corner reacting to everything that's going on. It's not even that exciting. It's just a bunch of people walking around. Oh, right. I always forget the doors close when they're off. All right, so I've got like 2 hours before I gotta go and hop on another train. And we're gonna go deep into Hokkaido, to the middle of nowhere. I don't think there's gonna be good food options. So, yeah, let's check out this ramen. It's supposed to be the place for ramen. The ramen caravan. Guess we could try like different ones. Dried fish. Filming in Japan is a lot less stressful than filming in Russia. That was good. Brown 大学取ってますか？
大学生ではなく、一緒にお店やってます。はい、息子です。息子です。はい。頭いい。頭いい。ありがとうございます。はい、気をつけて。ありがとうございます。
All right. Now let's just move right over here and go to another one. Theirs was good, a little more expensive. This one's only like, that's like $6.
これ一つください。
はい、以上で。はい、失礼します。チャーシュー is ramen in okay?
はい。
Okay.
Good English. Maybe not good English, but she tried. All right, here's bowl of ramen number 2. I also just realized that they don't have like Uber or any taxi apps in this city, so. Monday? What name? Tommy. Tommy. Tommy.
Mr. Tommy.
Mr. Tommy, yes.
Mr. Tommy.
What's your name?
Me?
Yes.
Takara.
Takara?
Yes.
Okay, got it. The hell we made a call taxi. It's good shit right there. Ego Jozo. No. Neither of those things were true. And here's the taxi. If I don't fall into it. Abonai. Cody. Okay. Ashikawa Eki. Densha. That was almost the end right there. Let's go. Alright, so we're really gonna get deep into Hokkaido now. We're going out east. It's interesting that this train has like a Russian name. Okhuts. I wonder how that happened. Probably dates back to before World War II. Oh, wait, that wasn't really a good time between Russia and Japan either. Right. On this train, I'm in the unreserved row. So I can't just take any seat. Alright, let's do 3 more hours. Ohayo gozaimasu from another part of Hokkaido. The Japanese are not the original inhabitants of Hokkaido. Whoa. Controversial statement. Or is it? Everyone in Japan knows that the Ainu, a group of people you may have never heard of, were the original inhabitants of this island. The Ainu are a really interesting group of people, not least of which because they have a culture of having huge beards. They used to never shave. To be a real man, you had to grow out your beard for your entire life. They were an interesting group of hunter-gatherers. They had their own culture. They had their own religion of animism. Just going on a journey. And we too are going on a journey to meet the Ainu. Except that's almost impossible nowadays. The Ainu, over the course of the 19th and 20th centuries, were forcibly assimilated into Japanese culture. They intermarried. Nowadays, it's really hard to find someone of identifiably Ainu descent. I would love to do it, but it won't be easy. Thankfully, I don't know if that's the right word I should be using, like every other ethnic minority in Asia, the Ainu have been turned into a tourist attraction. Up ahead, we have the Ainu Kotan, the Ainu village. This is about as close as we're gonna get. Yes. Just a bit touristy. すいません。アイヌコタン、これは全部ですか？あ、これだけ。あ、OK。アイヌ人ですか？はい。あ、OK。初めて会おう。Finally met an Ainu person. He was a little busy though. Let's walk around this giant consumerist representation of his culture. So this is a pretty good example of what Ainu people look like. And I just wanted to point that out because you can see they don't look very Japanese. It's not just the beards. Apparently when the Europeans first started arriving in Japan, they thought the Ainu were like some long lost group from Europe that had migrated over here. So that's apparently the name of the town, Akanko. Many places on Hokkaido actually have Ainu names. Okay. Oh. Doors are not automatic in the Ainu lands. The representation of a true Ainu man. 私の名前。
これは日にち。
日にち。
今日の。
あ、今日の。
日にち。はい。
あ。
これで。私はアイヌではないです。
あ、アイヌではない。
うん。あ、これ多いですね。
私もアイヌではない。
アイヌの。
あ、はい、本当の。
アイヌの。
本当のアイヌ。I don't know what to say. I really want to meet an Ainu person and learn some of their language. I heard it's basically dead. But he said this shop was run by an Ainu guy, but it's closed. And he said this shop is run by an Ainu guy. Is that one closed too? Do the Ainu not work? Does every minority around the world have to follow the same stereotype? So this would be an Ainu specialty right here. Remember those cute deer we saw in the north of Hokkaido? Sorry, yeah, we're about to eat them. It's culture. Very good. Deer sushi. Deer sashimi. Oh, arigato. これは忘れた。何ですか？
ホッチェイモです。
ホッチェイモ。OK。ヒゲが好きです。
え？
ヒゲが好きです。
ヒゲが好き。
日本人は好き、ヒゲではない。
ああ。
Yeah。アイヌ人ですか？
アイヌではない。
ああ、OK。でも、
僕の妻。
妻。
My wife、アイヌ。
ああ、OK。That's cool. かっこいい。Whatever this thing is. That one's not as tasty. Back to the deer. Oh, all of a sudden it got very busy here. And of course, it's a big group of Chinese tourists. It's funny, I was just kind of thinking, this reminds me of Tibet and Xinjiang. All right, well, we didn't meet many Ainu people, but we did meet a Japanese guy with a beard. And I guess that's close enough. I think I've got about an hour left before I gotta go hop on another bus and then another train, and we'll finally get to the eastern coast of Japan. We'll finally reach the Pacific Ocean. I'm excited. Are you? すいません。そのアイヌ神社知ってますか？
アイヌ神社 No.
No?
アイヌ
日本人で。日本人ですか？神道神社ですか？
神社じゃないこれは。
神社じゃない。OK。すみません。赤外国人。Okay. I thought this was like Ainu shrine over here. I was about to say that's cool. They're letting them practice their religion still. あ、ここに住んでます。
あ、住んでもいない。なんて言ったらいいの？仕事。あ、仕事。仕事。OK。私も仕事。仕事？ビデオ。ビデオ？YouTuber? This is food.
あ、温泉。
Only food. Using food?
Oh, I could put my feet in there. Where are the Ainu people? Ainu Jin. Oh.
She's Ainu.
質問があります。
いらんからって。いらんからって。
いや、ありがとう。
ありがとうはイヤイライケで。
イヤないけで。
イヤイライケで。
イヤライケで。
イヤイライケで。
ああ。イヤライケで。
イヤイライケで。
There you go. Was doubting for a second if we'd be able to do it, but we learned some Ainu. Iya raikete. Even if it was a Japanese guy that had to tell me, that colonizer. I was thinking that technically one way to get over there to the eastern end of the island, to the Pacific Ocean, would be by hitchhiking. Could do that. But no, it's way too damn cold out here. I'm not doing that. Get the hell out of here. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a raccoon. Let's get out of there. I'm not trying to catch rabies from Tom Nook. Side note, you know, this might actually be legitimately the most dangerous part of Japan. Not because of people. The days of Japanese people being dangerous, thankfully, are long past us. But this is one of the least populated regions of the country. And you know who lives in areas with no people? Bears. Apparently, bear deaths have been going up in Japan. It's a national crisis. People are scared to go hiking again. Being that Japan's population just keeps decreasing, and as it decreases, people move out of these smaller towns and cities and head towards the major ones like Tokyo. The bears are getting emboldened. Nobody's shooting them anymore, so they can just freely walk around. Whoa. Standing on a frozen river right now. Is this stupid? Is this stupid? Okay, good, I survived. I'm not supposed to do dangerous things anymore. After being in prison in Russia. But yeah, it's apparently gotten to the point where bears have no fear left of humans. They'll march right up to a town like this. Apparently they're even being spotted on the outskirts of Sapporo, the big city of Hokkaido. In other words, a bear could literally pop right out of the trees right there at any moment. Any moment. And it could maul me, and I would die a vicious, horrible death. Yo, I'm not kidding. Wait. That looks like a bear print right there. Or maybe it's a dog print. But it could be a bear print. Don't do this at home, kids. How do I manage to put myself in a dangerous situation, even in Japan? Yo, I seriously heard something moving up there in the distance. Oh, no. I'm not Steve Irwin. Let's get out of here. All right then. After mucking around with the wild animals, let's enjoy the free hot spring. The free Ainu hot spring. That is not a shrine. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. That is good. I don't know how I'm going to dry myself after this, but it feels really good right now. That's pretty good. Alright, this is a very simple bus. You know you're in rural Japan when there's not even a train line running to the town. Next I have to get on this train. It's just one car. Look at that. Isn't that a cute little train? So everyone on my train seems to be a high school student. I've come to the conclusion that this is like a converted metro car that travels for 3 hours just to drop off a bunch of Japanese high school students to whatever town they came in from. But it's kind of cool. You can look out the driver's way. I feel bad for the students though. It's almost 8 o'clock and they're just heading home now. Asian study standards. Brutal. All right. Ohayou gozaimasu. We've reached the easternmost town in Japan, Nemuro. And it doesn't look particularly exciting. And one good thing is, it's finally a nice day here in Hokkaido. Clear blue sky. That means if we make it all the way over there to the eastern tip, we're gonna be able to see Russia. $100 for one tug of the rope. Pretty cheap for a tug, all things considered. And now I think we will make it to the Pacific Ocean safely. I'm asking my hotel to call a taxi to finish this trip. I wish I could rent a car. Probably would have saved a lot of money if I could. It hasn't been the cheapest trip, but also not too bad. Still cheaper than America. This is what you can find in your hotel lobby. Nice beer vending machine, cigarette vending machine. In Japan, they don't do the, you know, like the images of having lung cancer on the box. This is a smoking area, the vent here that just sucks in the smoke. Harmonious society. Really starting to sound like a weeaboo here, but the weeaboos were onto something. Konnichiwa.
Oh, 系だけど。古い。古い。好きです。古いですけど。
Got an old flip phone. The topography here is a lot different from the rest of Hokkaido. The rest of Hokkaido is like snowy and mountainous and everything. It's still pretty damn cold here, but the land is a lot flatter. It almost reminds me of Ireland. I'm expecting to see some sheep go running around. And here we are. We've finally made it. After a half a year traveling all the way from the Atlantic Ocean on Ireland, traveling across Europe, across Russia, through Central Asia, China, regretfully going back to Russia, getting put in prison, surviving, we have finally made it. Ocean to ocean. That is the Pacific Ocean. I love traveling. I love being alive. I love not being in prison. I want to show you something really cool real quick. You can see an island over there in the distance. You know what that is? That sandy island over there, that is Russia. Granted, it's an uninhabited island of Russia. That's one of the Kurils, one of the Kuril Islands. Long ago, that island was Japanese. Sumimasen. Asoko. Sorry wa Russia? Russia? Oh, okay. Ima Russia. Okay. Itsu kara Nihon? Okay, arigato. The #1 very sensitive topic for the Japanese. You saw that almost brought out some emotion. You could just see some kind of structure that the Russians have built on that island over there. I feel like it's just a claim to say that's ours. Kuril Islands, to be fair, they were mostly uninhabited for most of history. It was actually the Ainu that were the original inhabitants of not just Hokkaido, like I said before, but also Sakhalin Island in Russia and the Kurils as well. Japan acquired the Kuril Islands after its conflicts with Russia. They began moving settlers there, and they were there for about half a century. But as World War II was ending, as the US was dropping the atomic bomb on Japan, Russia came in, I should say the Soviet Union came in, declared war on Japan, and took the islands back, along with Sakhalin. And ever since then, they have been Russian territory. Discriminatory. Nihon.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. There's a trickle of Japanese people coming in to look at the easternmost point of Japan. I guess gaze at their former territory. Okay, chotto mate, chotto mate. My taxi driver is saying we need to up the fare if you're gonna walk around talking to yourself. And here is an internal flame that's still going, even in the ridiculous wind that's blowing across here. Here you have a little presentation on the islands. These are the Kurils, Kunashiri, Etorofu. The Russians call them by different names. And here we are over here. These are the Kurils. So wasn't that wild? On this trip, we traveled all the way from up here in Wakanai, the most northern point of Japan, down here to the most eastern point. It's wild that you could do that. If you wanted to, you could make this drive in just 8 hours. Japan is a very, very uniquely shaped country. It's basically like a big diagonal. Here we got a little observatory. Here are all the important Japanese people, politicians that have come here. They all kind of have the same expression. Like, whoa, that sucks. Why don't we have those islands anymore? That sucks. You can really clearly see the island with this thing right here. It is crazy how many borders Russia has. Everywhere from Poland to Georgia and the Caucasus to Mongolia to China to Japan, finally even to America. That's why I wanted to travel across it. But whatever. I'm happy to finish this trip in Japan instead. Okay, so this says, this is a petition demanding the return of the islands, the Kuril Islands. Please sign. It says, to date, 94 million Japanese people have signed the petition. Well, Russia, after what you did to me, I'm signing that petition. Combo breaker. 請願書に署名した。
ありがとうございます。
どういたしまして。
Thank you.
And so, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. There's no reward waiting for me here. There's no medal. There's no final boss. I think the final boss was surviving Russian prison. But it is the end of this journey. A journey from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Just to say I did. Somewhere out, way over those waters, way across the Pacific, is my homeland of America. Over there, it's the middle of the night. Over here, it's lunchtime. I really hope you've enjoyed this journey with me. I hope it's been as fun for you to watch as it was for me to make. Well, most of the time. I think I'll take it a bit easier in the months after this. I'll still be me. I'll still be a person with a rather high risk tolerance. But I'm gonna stop scaring my mother half to death. I'm gonna chill out just a bit. Maybe I'll stay in Japan for another week or two. Maybe I'll head further south. Or maybe I'll just head back home. I'm not really sure yet. Right now, I'm just enjoying being free. A feeling that's unlike any other in the world. All right, that's it. See you next time. Bye.